Did you know that some of the world's most influential celebrities have bravely shared their journeys of gender transition? From award-winning actors and musicians to groundbreaking athletes and entrepreneurs, these individuals have not only excelled in their fields, but have also become powerful advocates for the transgender and non-binary community. In this video, we'll explore the inspiring stories of those who have embraced their true selves, overcoming challenges and breaking barriers along the way. Hunter Schafer. Hunter Schafer is an American actress, model, and artist who has quickly become an influential figure in the entertainment industry and LGBTQ+ advocacy. Born in 1998 in Raleigh, North Carolina, Hunter was assigned male at birth and began her gender transition as a teenager. She has spoken openly about her experiences with gender dysphoria and the challenges of navigating her identity during her formative years. Before her acting debut, Hunter made a name for herself in the fashion world. She worked as a high-profile model, walking the runway for luxury brands such as Prada, Dior, and Marc Jacobs. Her striking presence and unique style helped her stand out in the industry, breaking barriers for transgender models. Hunter's acting career took off with her role as Jules Vaughn in the HBO series Euphoria, which premiered in 2019. Her performance as a transgender teenager exploring her identity and relationships received critical acclaim for its depth and authenticity. Notably, Hunter collaborated with the show's creator, Sam Levinson, to write a special episode focusing on her character, further showcasing her talent and personal insight. Beyond her work in fashion and acting, Hunter is an outspoken advocate for transgender rights. As a high school student, she was a plaintiff in the ACLU's lawsuit against North Carolina's bathroom bill, which discriminated against transgender individuals' use of public restrooms. Her activism highlights her commitment to fighting for equality and justice. Elliot Page. Elliot Page is a critically acclaimed actor and producer hailing from Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada. He first gained international recognition for his role as a pregnant teenager in the 2007 film Juno, which earned him nominations for an Academy Award, a BAFTA Award, and a Golden Globe. Prior to Juno, Page had already made a name for himself with performances in films like Hard Candy and as Kitty Pryde in the X-Men series. In December 2020, Elliot Page publicly came out as transgender in a heartfelt letter shared on his social media platforms. He expressed gratitude for the support he received and shared his joy in embracing his authentic self. Page also acknowledged the challenges faced by the transgender community, including discrimination and violence, emphasizing the need for societal change. Since coming out, Elliot has continued his role as Vanya Hargreaves in the Netflix series The Umbrella Academy, with the character's storyline adjusted to reflect his transition, becoming Victor Hargreaves in the show's third season. This move was widely praised for its respectful handling of the character's transition and for increasing transgender representation in mainstream media. Beyond acting, Page is an outspoken advocate for LGBTQ+ rights and environmental issues. He has used his platform to highlight injustices faced by marginalized communities and to promote acceptance and understanding. Laverne Cox. Laverne Cox is a pioneering actress, producer, and LGBTQ+ advocate who has significantly impacted the entertainment industry and society's perception of transgender individuals. Born in Mobile, Alabama, Cox faced numerous challenges growing up, including bullying and misunderstanding. She later moved to New York City to pursue acting, studying at Marymount Manhattan College. Cox rose to prominence with her groundbreaking role as Sophia Hutchins on the Netflix series Orange is the New Black. Her portrayal of a transgender woman navigating life in prison was both authentic and nuanced, earning her critical acclaim and making her the first openly transgender person to be nominated for a Primetime Emmy Award in an acting category. This role not only showcased her talent, but also brought transgender issues to the forefront of mainstream media. Beyond her acting career, Laverne Cox is a dedicated advocate for transgender rights. She has spoken extensively about the intersectionality of race, gender, and class, and the unique challenges faced by transgender women of color. Cox has participated in numerous campaigns and events aimed at increasing visibility and acceptance of the transgender community. In 2014, she became the first openly transgender person to appear on the cover of Time magazine, symbolizing a significant moment in the movement for transgender equality. Cox has also been honored with awards such as a Daytime Emmy for her work as an executive producer on the documentary Laverne Cox Presents the T-Word. Caitlyn Jenner. Caitlyn Jenner, born William Bruce Jenner, is a former Olympic gold medalist and a prominent media personality whose transition brought significant attention to transgender issues globally. Jenner first gained fame as a decathlete, winning the gold medal at the 1976 Montreal Olympics and setting a world record in the process. This achievement made Jenner an American hero and a symbol of athletic excellence. In April 2015, Jenner came out as a transgender woman during a highly publicized interview with Diane Sawyer on ABC's 2020. The interview attracted nearly 17 million viewers, highlighting the widespread interest and sparking important discussions about gender identity. Following the interview, Jenner debuted her new name and appearance on the cover of Vanity Fair magazine with the headline, "Call Me Caitlyn," which became a cultural milestone. Jenner's transition was further documented in the reality television series I Am Kate, which explored her journey and the challenges faced by the transgender community. The show aimed to educate viewers on transgender issues, though it received mixed reactions regarding its approach and impact. As a public figure, Caitlyn has been both praised and criticized for her views and activism. While she has used her platform to advocate for transgender rights, including working with organizations like GLAAD, some have questioned her understanding of the broader struggles faced by the transgender community, particularly those related to socioeconomic and racial disparities. Chaz Jennings. Chaz Jennings is a television personality, author, and one of the youngest publicly documented people to come out as transgender. Born in South Florida in 2000, Chaz was assigned male at birth, but expressed a female gender identity from a very young age. With the support of her family, she began living as a girl at the age of 5, becoming a prominent voice for transgender youth. Chaz gained national attention in 2007 after being interviewed by Barbara Walters on 2020, where she discussed her experiences as a transgender child. This appearance led to numerous other media opportunities, allowing her to advocate for understanding and acceptance from an early age. In 2015, her family starred in the reality television series I Am Jazz on TLC, which chronicles her life as a teenager navigating typical adolescent challenges alongside those specific to being transgender. The show delves into topics such as dating, mental health, and undergoing gender confirmation surgeries, providing an intimate look at her journey. An accomplished author, Chaz co-wrote the children's book I Am Jazz, which tells her story and aims to help other children understand transgender identities. She also published a memoir, Being Chaz, My Life as a Transgender Teen, offering insights into her personal experiences and advocacy work. Chaz has faced various challenges, including public scrutiny and health complications related to her surgeries. Despite these obstacles, she remains a steadfast advocate for transgender rights. She co-founded the Trans Kids Purple Rainbow Foundation to support transgender youth and has been recognized by organizations like GLAAD and the Human Rights Campaign for her activism. Chaz Bono. Chaz Bono is an American actor, writer, and musician known not only for his work in entertainment, but also for being a prominent transgender advocate. Born in 1969 to famous parents Sonny Bono and Cher, Chaz grew up in the spotlight. Assigned female at birth and originally named Chastity Son Bono, he publicly came out as a lesbian in 1995 before later realizing and embracing his identity as a transgender man. Between 2008 and 2010, Chaz underwent gender transition, a process he documented in the film Becoming Chaz. The documentary premiered at the Sundance Film Festival and later aired on the Oprah Winfrey Network, offering an intimate look at his journey and the emotional and physical aspects of transitioning. The film received critical acclaim for its honest portrayal of his experiences. Chaz authored several books, including Transition, The Story of How I Became a Man, where he candidly discusses his struggles with gender dysphoria, substance abuse, and finding self-acceptance. His writings aim to educate others about transgender issues and to provide support for those facing similar challenges. In addition to his writing, Chaz has appeared in various television shows and films. Notably, he competed on Dancing with the Stars in 2011, becoming the first openly transgender man to participate in a major network television reality competition. His participation was significant in terms of visibility for the transgender community, although it also attracted controversy and backlash from some viewers. MJ Rodriguez. Michaela Jae. MJ Rodriguez is an accomplished actress and singer who has made significant strides in the entertainment industry as a transgender woman. Born in Newark, New Jersey in 1991, MJ showed a passion for performing arts from a young age, attending the New Jersey Performing Arts Center and later Berklee College of Music. MJ's breakthrough role came with the FX television series Pose, which premiered in 2018. She played Blanca Evangelista, a compassionate house mother in the New York City ballroom scene of the 1980s and 1990s. The show is notable for featuring the largest cast of transgender actors in regular roles, and MJ's performance was widely praised for its warmth and depth. In 2021, MJ made history by becoming the first transgender woman to win a Golden Globe for Best Actress in a television series drama for her role in Pose. This milestone marked a significant step forward for transgender representation in mainstream media and was celebrated by fans and activists alike. Before her television success, MJ had an extensive background in theater. She played Angel Dumit Shunnard in the off-Broadway production of Rent, earning critical acclaim and a Clive Barnes Award for her performance. Her talents extend to music as well. In 2021, she released her debut single, Something to Say, showcasing her vocal abilities and passion for singing. MJ Rodriguez is also a dedicated advocate for LGBTQ+ rights and uses her platform to promote acceptance and equality. She often speaks about the importance of representation and the challenges faced by transgender individuals, particularly trans women of color. Her success and visibility have inspired many and have helped to challenge stereotypes and break down barriers in the entertainment industry. Petras. Petras is a German singer-songwriter who has made significant waves in the international pop music scene, while also becoming an influential figure in the transgender community. Born in Cologne, Germany in 1992, Kim identified as female from a very young age. Her parents were notably supportive, allowing her to express herself through feminine clothing and activities traditionally associated with girls. This early acceptance played a crucial role in her development and confidence. At the age of 12, Kim began her medical transition by starting hormone blockers to delay puberty. This was a pivotal step that helped her align her physical development with her gender identity, preventing the onset of male characteristics that would have been harder to alter later on. Demonstrating remarkable determination, Kim sought to complete her transition as soon as possible. At 16, she became one of the youngest people to undergo gender confirmation surgery, following approval from medical professionals. This milestone was widely covered by the German media, bringing her into the public eye as a symbol of courage and self-advocacy. Despite the media attention surrounding her transition, Kim was determined to be recognized for her talent rather than her personal journey alone. She had a long-standing passion for music and aspired to become a pop star. After her surgery, she dedicated herself to her music career, writing and recording songs that showcased her vocal abilities and songwriting skills. In 2017, Kim released her debut single, I Don't Want It At All, a catchy pop track that quickly climbed the charts. The song reached the top of the Spotify Global Viral chart, signaling her arrival on the international music stage. The accompanying music video featured a cameo by Paris Hilton, further cementing her status in pop culture. Candice Cayne. Candice Cayne is an American actress and performance artist who has played a pivotal role in increasing transgender visibility in mainstream media. Born Brendan McDaniel on August 29, 1971, in Maui, Hawaii, she grew up in a supportive family environment. Her parents were teachers at a Waldorf school, which emphasized creativity and self-expression, factors that influenced her artistic pursuits. After high school, Candice moved to New York City in the early 1990s to train as a dancer and to immerse herself in the vibrant performing arts scene. In New York, Candice became a prominent figure in the drag and nightclub circuits, captivating audiences with her dynamic performances that combined dance, lip-syncing, and elaborate costumes. It was during this time that she began her gender transition, embracing her identity as a transgender woman. Candice legally changed her name and underwent gender confirmation surgery, fully committing to living authentically. Candice Cayne gained widespread recognition for her groundbreaking role as Carmelita Rayner in the ABC television series Dirty Sexy Money. Portraying the transgender mistress of a married politician, she became the first transgender actress to play a recurring transgender character on primetime American television. Her performance was lauded for its depth and humanity, challenging stereotypes and sparking conversations about transgender representation in media. Beyond Dirty Sexy Money, Candice has appeared in various television shows and films, including guest roles in Nip Tuck, CSI, NY, Grey's Anatomy, and The Magicians. She also starred in the 2015 reality series I Am Kate, where she joined Caitlyn Jenner in exploring transgender issues and advocating for the community. In addition to acting, Candice has continued her work as a performance artist, often using her platform to highlight LGBTQ+ themes and stories. Ian Harvey. Ian Harvey is an American stand-up comedian, actor, and writer known for his groundbreaking work that intertwines humor with poignant insights into transgender experiences and LGBTQ+ issues. Born on May 28, 1968, in Portland, Maine, Ian grew up in a small-town environment where he often felt out of place due to his gender identity. From a young age, he recognized that he did not align with the female gender he was assigned at birth. But it wasn't until his late 20s that he began his journey towards self-discovery and acceptance. Ian's foray into comedy began in the early 2000s, where he found a unique niche by incorporating his personal experiences as a transgender man into his stand-up routines. His comedy is lauded for being both relatable and educational, tackling topics such as gender norms, societal expectations, and the intricacies of transitioning with wit and authenticity. By using humor as a bridge, Ian has been able to engage diverse audiences, fostering greater understanding and empathy toward the transgender community. In 2006, Ian publicly came out as transgender and continued to build his career, becoming one of the first openly transgender comedians to gain national attention. He gained widespread recognition while touring with renowned comedian Margaret Cho, who became a mentor and collaborator. Their tours often highlighted LGBTQ+ themes, bringing visibility to queer performers in comedy clubs across the country. Ian expanded his talents into acting, most notably with his role as Dale in the critically acclaimed Amazon series Transparent. The show, which delves into the complexities of a family navigating their patriarch's late-in-life gender transition, provided Ian with a platform to portray a transgender character with depth and realism. His performance was praised for its sincerity and helped to humanize transgender experiences for a broader audience. Zeke Smith. Zeke Smith is an American television personality and writer who gained national attention through his participation in the reality TV show Survivor. Born in Oklahoma City on January 25, 1988, Zeke grew up with a passion for storytelling and performance. He attended Harvard University, where he studied religion and wrote for the university's humor magazine, honing his skills as a writer and comedian. Zeke first appeared on Survivor Millennials vs. Gen X in 2016. His strategic gameplay, quick wit, and charismatic personality made him a standout contestant. He returned to the show for a second time in 2017 on Survivor Game Changers. During this season, a deeply personal and unexpected event occurred that brought transgender issues to the forefront of national conversation. At a tribal council, fellow contestant Jeff Varner outed Zeke as transgender without his consent, asking him, "Why haven't you told anyone here you're transgender?" The moment was met with immediate shock and dismay by both the other contestants and viewers. The other castaways quickly condemned Varner's actions, expressing support for Zeke and emphasizing that his gender identity was his own private matter to share. Zeke handled the situation with grace and resilience. Although he had not planned to come out publicly on the show, he chose to address the outing thoughtfully. He emphasized his desire to be known for his skills and personality rather than his gender identity, stating, "I didn't want to be the trans Survivor player. I wanted to be Zeke the Survivor player. His composure and strength during this vulnerable moment resonated with many and sparked important discussions about privacy, respect, and the experiences of transgender individuals. Leah T is a Brazilian model who has made a significant impact as one of the first openly transgender models in the fashion industry. She began her transition in her early 20s, starting with hormone therapy and undergoing gender confirmation surgery in 2012, which allowed her to fully embrace her identity as a woman. Her modeling career took off when designer Riccardo Tisci, then creative director of Givenchy, discovered her unique look and made her the face of the fashion house. Leah became a muse for Jean-Paul Gaultier and appeared in numerous high-fashion editorials and runway shows, challenging traditional notions of beauty and gender in the industry. In 2014, she became the face of Redken, a major hair care brand, marking the first time a transgender model represented a global beauty brand. Leah T's groundbreaking work has opened doors for greater diversity and inclusion in fashion. Janet Mock. From a young age, Janet knew she was different from other boys. Even though she was assigned male at birth, she felt deep down that she was a girl. This feeling stayed with her throughout her childhood, and it wasn't something she could ignore. When she was a teenager, Janet made the courageous decision to begin her transition. It wasn't easy. She faced many challenges along the way, but she was determined to live her life as her true self. She started hormone therapy and eventually underwent gender confirmation surgery. These steps were significant for her, allowing her to embrace her identity fully. But Janet didn't let the obstacles she faced stop her from pursuing her dreams. She went on to attend New York University, where she earned a master's degree in journalism. With her education complete, she began her career as a writer, working as a staff editor for People magazine. There, she covered a variety of topics, from pop culture to entertainment. In 2011, Janet decided to share her personal journey with the world. She wrote an article for Marie Claire magazine, opening up about her experience growing up as a transgender woman. This was a pivotal moment, not just for her, but for many others who found inspiration in her story. Andreja Pejić. Andreja Pejić is a renowned fashion model who has made a significant impact on the fashion industry by challenging traditional gender norms. Born in 1991 in Tuzla, Bosnia and Herzegovina, then part of Yugoslavia, her family fled the Bosnian War and eventually settled in Australia. Growing up, Andreja knew she was different from other boys, feeling more comfortable expressing herself in feminine ways. As a teenager, working at a McDonald's in Melbourne, she was discovered by a modeling scout. Andreja began her modeling career as an androgynous male model, uniquely able to model both men's and women's clothing. Her distinctive look quickly gained attention, leading her to walk in fashion shows for top designers and appear in high-profile magazines. She became known for her ability to transcend traditional gender boundaries in fashion. Despite her professional success, Andreja was grappling with her gender identity. In 2014, she made the pivotal decision to transition from male to female, undergoing gender confirmation surgery and publicly embracing her identity as a woman. This marked a new chapter in her life and career as she continued to model, now fully representing herself authentically. Gigi Gorgeous. She's a Canadian YouTuber, model, and actress who became famous for her beauty and lifestyle content. As a teenager, Gigi began to explore her identity more deeply. At 16, she came out as gay, which was a significant step in her journey of self-discovery. But even after that, she felt something was still missing. She realized that her gender identity didn't align with the male body she was born into. In 2013, Gigi made the courageous decision to transition from male to female. She publicly announced her journey, started hormone therapy, and eventually underwent gender confirmation surgery. Throughout this process, she documented her experiences on her YouTube channel, sharing her story with millions of followers. Her openness resonated with many people, and she quickly became a role model in the transgender community. As her popularity grew, Gigi branched out into other areas of entertainment. She worked as a model, appeared on various TV shows, and even starred in her own documentary, This Is Everything, Gigi Gorgeous, released in 2017. The film gave viewers an intimate look at her life and transition, further solidifying her status as a prominent figure in the LGBTQ community. Gigi has also used her platform to advocate for LGBTQ+ rights. She's spoken out about the importance of acceptance and understanding, working to raise awareness about the challenges faced by transgender people. Her journey is an inspiring example of living authentically and using one's voice to make a difference. Laura Jane Grace. She began playing music as a teenager and, in 1997, formed the punk rock band Against Me in Gainesville, Florida. The band quickly gained a following for their politically charged lyrics and energetic performances. Laura was the driving force behind the group, writing most of the songs and leading with her powerful voice and guitar playing. But while her career was taking off, Laura was struggling with her identity. For years, she kept her true self hidden, afraid of how coming out might affect her career and personal life. By 2012, she could no longer keep it inside. In May of that year, Laura publicly came out as transgender in an interview with Rolling Stone magazine. She announced that she would be transitioning and would continue to lead Against Me as Laura Jane Grace. This was a groundbreaking moment in the music industry. Laura was one of the first high-profile punk rock musicians to come out as transgender. The response was overwhelmingly positive. Coming out was just the beginning of Laura's journey. She faced many challenges as she began her transition, both personally and professionally, but she was determined to live her truth and continue making music. In 2014, Against Me released the album Transgender Dysphoria Blues, inspired by Laura's experiences as a transgender woman. Jamie Clayton. Jamie knew from a young age that she was different. It wasn't until her 20s that she began to explore her gender identity more seriously. In the early 2000s, she started her transition, aligning her physical appearance with who she truly is. Jamie faced challenges in an industry that historically hasn't been very inclusive, but she was determined to pursue her dreams and break down barriers. In 2015, she landed her breakthrough role as Leomie Marks in the Netflix series Sense8. Leomie is a transgender woman and hacker who becomes one of the show's central characters. Jamie's portrayal was widely praised for its authenticity and depth. For many viewers, Leomie was the first transgender character they'd seen portrayed in such a positive and complex way on television. Jamie's performance helped change how transgender characters are represented in the media. Sense8 was groundbreaking in many ways, and Jamie's role was a key part of its success. The show ran for 2 seasons and developed a passionate fan base. Her work on Sense8 opened doors for her in the entertainment industry, and she went on to appear in other TV shows, including The L Word, Generation Q. Today, Jamie Clayton is one of the most visible transgender actresses in Hollywood. Aydian Dowling. He's an American bodybuilder, fitness model, and transgender activist. Growing up, Aydian struggled with his gender identity throughout his childhood and teenage years. In his early 20s, he began to explore his identity more seriously and started his transition from female to male. Beginning in the early 2010s, he started hormone therapy and eventually underwent gender confirmation surgery. As a fitness enthusiast, Aydian used bodybuilding to shape his body and build confidence. He documented his fitness journey on social media, quickly gaining a large following. His muscular physique and positive attitude made him a role model for many in the transgender community. In 2015, Aydian made headlines when he became the first transgender man to appear on the cover of Men's Health magazine's special edition. He was a finalist in the magazine's Ultimate Guy contest, which sought to find a man who embodies fitness, strength, and determination. Although he didn't win the overall contest, his participation brought significant attention to transgender issues and inspired many people with his story. Sophia Hutchins. Sophia Hutchins is an American entrepreneur and transgender advocate who began exploring her gender identity in her late teens, transitioning in the mid-2010s. She is the founder and CEO of Lumisol, a company specializing in sunscreen products designed for application over makeup. Sophia is also known for her close relationship with Caitlyn Jenner, serving as her manager and former CEO of the Caitlyn Jenner Foundation, which promotes LGBTQ+ equality and supports transgender individuals. Throughout her career, Sophia has been a strong advocate for transgender rights, using her platform to raise awareness about the challenges faced by transgender people. Her work in both business and advocacy has made her a prominent figure in the transgender community.